Hi guys, how are you doing? It's Kat at spiritual-candy.com with today's free online tarot pick a card reading, and it is how do I bring balance to the situation. So today's reading is intuitive. Remember, it's also general, so some of the messages may not resonate. If they don't, just ignore them and take whatever does. If you want your own private reading, it's £20 for 20 minutes and you get your reading in 48 hours or less. To book your reading, check the description box below, or you can go to spiritual-candy.com. There are also limited one-to-one phone readings, which you can also find out about on the website. You can have a reading on any topic, by the way, love or other. So my goal at spiritual-candy.com is to help you follow your heart and find yourself. For more free tools, please head over to spiritual-candy.com and check it out. I also do, I have all the social medias, well, nearly all of them. So you can join me on there. I do a Facebook Live on a Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 7 p.m. British Time. And you can submit a question if you would like me to answer it on there. You can submit that via the website or on Facebook itself or on Instagram. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you find today's reading useful. If you do, please like it. It helps me to know which readings you're enjoying. And of course, you can also subscribe and hit the bell should you want to be notified of future uploads. Here we go with today's reading. Whoa. Hi number ones, how are you doing? I hope you're great. So, how do you bring balance to the situation? Okay, right. It's quite clear something has ended. Something has ended. It was maybe painful. It was maybe difficult. You've maybe been betrayed or felt betrayed, felt stabbed in the back. It's the worst of the worst. You feel like in recent times you've maybe hit rock bottom. How to bring balance to the situation? You need to rise from the ashes like the phoenix, you know? You need to have this new beginning. This is you triumphing, new start, new beginning, new you rising up and conquering the situation. The Ace of Swords says you can and will triumph over this situation. You will. And you will win. You will win. You're going to have to maybe encounter some difficulties in the meantime. You may have to go through a few battles, but you will get there. You will triumph over this situation. In a good way. You know, it's not about hurting anyone. It's not negative. It's a positive thing. You will get past this and you will overcome this disappointment or sadness or problem, and you will ultimately triumph. But how are you going to do that? How are you going to bring this triumph forward? It's interesting because they're saying share your gifts. This is through either bringing who and what you are to the situation. So this can be about being the stabilizing factor in a situation, bringing your loving light and energy to a situation. This can be about you being compassionate, kind, understanding. But this can also be about you putting the situation to one side and going off and doing what you love to do. It can be about you connecting with your light and shining it out into the world. So you can do this directly with the situation we're talking about. Or it can be about you saying, do you know what? I can't help this person at the minute because of this or that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and shine my light. I'm going to do what I love to do. And I'm going to raise the vibe around the situation. So you don't have to directly share your gift to this difficult situation and bring balance to it that way. You can bring balance to it by raising your vibe. And by virtue of your connection to that person or situation, you improve the whole energy around the situation. Okay? So that's what you need to do to bring balance to the situation. Thank you so much, number ones. I will see you tomorrow or on a private reading. In the meantime, please like and subscribe. Hi, number twos. I hope you're fantastic. Here we go. How to bring balance to the situation. Right. The reality here is that there's a lot of abundance. There's a lot of wealth. There's a lot of potential. There's a great deal of abundance around this situation. However, I feel like somebody is overspending. It could be you, or someone is either literally overspending or metaphorically. So it's either emotionally, it could be financially. But how to bring balance to the situation? This card, Ace of Coins reversed, is greed, stupid speculation. You know, it's like unwise investments. It's about not respecting money. It's about being frivolous or being throwing money at a situation. Now, if it is, so it's like not being respectful of the investment, so either being greedy or being reckless, and this can be emotionally as well. So although we're talking about coins here, this can be a practical situation. So it could be that you're being greedy in your situation. So how to bring balance to it is to be aware. Stop with the imbalance, stop with the either greediness or I mean, I don't like to say stupidity because that's really harsh, and we're all stupid at times though, you know, in a everyday way. You know, we all make silly mistakes, we all do silly things. It's part of life, it's part of what it is to be human. What they're saying is stop with it. There's some silly investment of your time or emotion, or you are overtaking from a situation. There's almost like a hedonistic, dysfunctional, codependent or addictive energy around this, and they're saying how to bring balance to this situation. You need to stop. So this might be over investing in a situation, or it might be overtaking from a situation, but you need to bring balance by stopping doing that. Stop with the hedonistic attitude, whether it's financial or emotional or whatever. So either stop taking too much or stop giving too much. You're doing one or the other, and they're saying just stop if you want to bring balance. I mean, you don't have to stop, but they're saying if you want to bring balance to this situation, you need to address it by not overtaking or overgiving. Thank you so much, number twos. I will see you tomorrow or on a private reading. In the meantime, please like and subscribe. Whoa. Hi, number threes. How you doing? I hope you're amazing. So how do you bring balance to this situation? Okay, do you know what? In recent times, I think the Five of Cups has come up in every single reading. It's amazing how often it comes up. But anyway, so we've got the Five of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and clear the fog. So how do you bring balance to the situation? There's a real theme here of suffering, of pain, of ego. Because the Five of Cups is, people say, don't they, oh, it's crying over spilled milk. What it means is lamenting a loss that you kind of need to accept, feel, and move on from. So it can be kind of seen as almost like slightly getting things out of proportion, maybe being a little dramatic. It's definitely got an ego feel to it. That said, some of you, like I always say with the Five of Cups, if you are feeling the sadness and pain, the other side of the Five of Cups is that you shouldn't ignore it or push it down. So if you're feeling it, feel it, allow it, and then move on from it. But the thing with this is that they're saying is that there's a kind of lamenting, a focus on the kind of yuckiness, the difficulty, constant lamenting. The Seven of Wands is like a pushing energy. I mean, this isn't the meaning of the card properly. It's just an intuitive thing. Because together with these other cards, this is saying, you know, what you need to do to bring balance is stop the struggle. There's this holding on to the past, looking back, looking at what has happened already, crying over the past, struggling, and this sense of, do you know what it's got a feeling of? Victim. I'm a victim. There's a victim mentality here. And you need to clear the fog and know your own power. No, you're not a victim of circumstance. Everything that's happened, you can learn from. It doesn't mean it was great. It might have been terrible. But don't be a victim to the situation. Clear the fog. Don't struggle. You know, the Seven of Wands says ultimately you'll prevail anyway. You know, you can overcome the external obstacles. You can overcome other people's opinions and whatever. And you can get where you want to be. The key here is to clear the fog. Be true to yourself, know in your heart what you want, have your highest vision, and yes, go for it. You know, stand up for yourself. But the main thing is to not fall into this fogginess of victim mentality. That is how to bring balance to your situation, okay? It's not any criticism about being a victim. We all feel like we get this victim mentality at times. It happens to everyone, okay? So it's not something to be annoyed with yourself about. It's natural. If I were in your situation, I would feel exactly the same. It's just that in order to bring this into balance, it's kind of, you've got to move on from there. So clear the fog by knowing your own power and knowing that this too shall pass and you can move to a better situation in a very short time. Clear the fog. Guys, have an amazing day. I will see you tomorrow on a private reading. In the meantime, so much love to you, and I'll see you soon.